with quite an entourage. Oh, just two? He's other. Joe. He thinks Joe Ponce is the disc jockey. That's just the engineer, Rich. Don't worry.
Do Jimmy Stewart. That's my favorite.
How are you? That's Gary. Gary Meyer.
Hi, Rich. How are you?
Larry Lujak.
Hi. Hi. Oh, you're the famous. Not famous, but I've heard about you.
Yeah? Good or bad?
All good.
Yeah? Well, thanks for coming.
Rich, why don't you come over here?
If we could get all 6 million people that came with Rich into the studio, that would be super.
They're not laughing. They've heard it all.
Well,
Then we for sure don't want them in here. We're insecure enough. No, come on, Ed. I'm just. Now I've made enemies everywhere I go.
okay.
Marcus sleep in his car last night?
Marcus, did you sleep in your car with that woman?
Come on.
I'm not saying. I didn't sleep here, though.
Well, it's supposed to get 10 to 20 below tonight. Jeez, I hope...
Oh, by the way, Rich, that's Marcus.
What a tease. What a tease, little man. He lives in his car with some lady who has low moral standards.
No, I think you stayed. Did you stay with her last night? Steve, not in front of Mr. Little, please. Mr. Little. It totally ruins my chances to work Vegas if you're going to start running me through the mill here in front of him. He's got a whole Vegas thing he's working on. We don't want to upset him.
Okay.
So, fascinating. Okay, so far so good. Now, are you doing something right after this that you have to be to at a certain time, or is that Willie Nelson behind you there?
No, that's Mel Bishop, my road manager, king of the one-liners.
I know.
Probably the greatest comedian of all time.
I got the snare drum ready.
At least that's what he told me.
Okay.
After each line, we can hit this, Mel.
We come prepared, no? No.
No, did you hear bad things about us? No. See, everyone always says mean things about us before they bring whoever's coming
No,
here.
I heard nothing but nice things. Heard you were crazy, but I heard nice things.
Yeah, no, we're not mean or anything.
No, nothing mean.
No.
Off the wall, but not mean.
That's why they're padded, yeah. They're padded. Crazy Thomas. You are funny. Wow. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Hey, and you and Larry have cowboy hats. Let's talk about that for a while.
Willie Nelson. On the road again. Just can't wait to hit the road again with my face.
Sucking the chrome off, how did that line go? Family friendly.
Larry.
Best line in the movie.
Well, listen, we have some, of course, you're on tour promoting your album, right? I mean, right. Yeah. Let's call a spade, nothing personal, Marcus. So I thought maybe we could play. We have a cut ready to go from that.
Very tired.
Rich?
Well, Rick, sleeping in the car ain't easy. And, well, I got this woman I've been seeing. He came in yesterday. He met a woman on the request line. He came in yesterday with an 8x10 of her in a see-through blouse with big black leather boots on and spandex pants. An 8x10.
So it was a prom picture.
She has like 100 of them on the coffee table she hands out when people leave. I tell you, Rick, you ever been to heaven? No, I just talking like Marcus. But he's very tired, yeah. Very sleepyhead, Marcus. He sleeps even when he's not tired, but now he's got a reason to be tired, so he could drop on us at any second here. So just kind of stay clear, because when he falls, it's bad news. So I thought we'd
I hope this conversation will be more exciting when we go on the air.
Yeah, I'm over here working as hard as I can to pick it up. I'm trying my best.
Break for commercials already.
Well, let's play a cut from the album first.
Okay.
Which is very funny and has Melody Chardoff on it.
Yeah.
And
Richards.
From Friday.
Roger and Roger.
So
Well,
let's
play
play
a cut and then see whether it's worth us to carry on this conversation.
Okay, let's do that. 255 WLSFM 95, Rich Little, from The First Family Rise Again.
Stand by, Mr.
See, I remember to say it, too.
Okay.
Memorize.
Mr. President, I want to start off this interview by asking you about your economic policies, which have baffled the experts. Can you please explain Reaganomics and what Reaganomics really means? Well, certainly. Now, I'd like to keep things simple so we can all understand. Let's suppose your mom baked a big blueberry pie. Now, that pie represents the wealth of this country. Now, take that pie and cut it in half. The top half is defense spending. The bottom half is for domestic programs, and the other half is for the national debt. Oh, wait a minute. We have 3 halves, and a pie has only 2 halves. No, you don't seem to understand. Let's look at it another way. You have 3 apples. Not 2 apples, but 3 apples. Now, 1 apple is for the Congress. The second apple is for the judicial system, and the third apple is for the military. Now you have 3 glasses. Divide the first apple into 4 parts, and put 1 part in the third glass, and the 2 other parts in the first and second glass. Now that's the gross national product for the next fiscal year. Now take the second apple and divide it into 4 parts. Put 3 of the parts in the first glass with 2 of the parts from the first apple, and put the remaining 2 parts of the second apple into the second glass with 1 of the parts from the third apple, which you will divide up into 6 parts. Now that represents the balance of payments, the debt figure on the New Jersey lottery, and the foreign aid deficit. Now take all the pies and all the apples from all the glasses and mash them together. Mash them together? That's right. Mash them together with the blueberry pies in the galvanized tub. And that represents the entire budget of the United States of America. Mr. President, that would be a mess. That's right.
So we continue to talk about it? I think so. I think so.
I wonder if when Reagan hears the album, and apparently he's already heard it or is hearing it as we talk.
What else have they got to do?
I think that Reaganomics is the only serious cut on the album. I wonder why they included that in a funny album. I understand that.
You were just at Rose Records?
Rose Records was tremendous. The turnout of people must have signed about 500 albums. And
A lot of winos around there.
a lot of ones, but they had money. Winos love comedy. They signed 500 albums, 40 pints of gin, and
Around
a
there.
lot of ones, but they had money. Winos love comedy. They signed 500 albums, 40 pints of gin, and
3 syringes. Those are tough to sign.
It's hard when they want you to sign a little heroin packet. That's the hardest.
it was a good session, though.
Good.
How much
And a
time?
couple of, it was so funny in the lineup. A couple of people come up with another album. I don't remember making this.
I know it's Van Halen, man, because you just sign it anyway. Can you sign, like, well, maybe they thought you do, like, you do voice impressions, maybe autograph impressions, too. Could sign the name.
The ones I like, and they're so enthusiastic, and they mean well, but it is funny once in a while. They come up and, like, friends that they know and people they know, and, of course, relatives or what have you, they're familiar with. They don't realize I'm not, so they say, "Hey, Mr. Little, can I sign this?" I said, "For who?" "This is for Adjective Simpsons and Saturday the Bobby Sonny Condon." "Excuse me?" "This is for Valadinsky and Ina Sonicskin." Would you spell that for me, please? Yeah, sure. VRPPMMMM all PRRQQYY with a Z. I said, "Oh, well, who is this for?"
She's a Yugoslavian lady, and she's your biggest fan. I said, how do you spell it again? You what? So I write down to my little Yugoslav friend.
That's not what I wanted.
There were a couple like that, weren't there? Oh, there's a lot of them around here. A lot of names without vowels in them. Yeah, just consonants. Yeah, I found one with 3 I's in a row. I didn't understand that at all.
I haven't heard the album, but that tattoo guy that's on Fantasy Island, what part does he play?
Very small.
Hey, Willie Nelson. No, he comes on and says only one thing. We play, no tattoo, that is not a plane. That is a pigeon. Beep boop, beep boop. He was wonderful. You know, the thing was, he had a little gag line on the record, and of course, if you bring him on in front of a live audience, he'll start reacting immediately. It has to be a surprise, and they have to react as soon as he gives the line. So they actually had to bring him on with a sheet over him, and then at the last second, they whip the sheet off and deep play. Yeah, they cheated him. But he is what you call a vignette on the album. Very small.
You do Bob Hope?
Bob Hope, how I tell you, how about that? How about that, Chicago? No, I don't do Bob Hope.
Okay.
I want to tell you, Bob Hope, Mr. Showbiz.
How much time do we have so we can gauge our... We're going to play Jeopardy. Are you familiar with the old Jeopardy game with Art Fleming?
Yeah, vaguely.
And we do it on the radio here. So we'd like to do a quick Jeopardy, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And whatever character you want to be. Good idea,
Well,
Gary.
I've cleverly written the rules again. Okay, well, I've cleverly written the answers, actually, so that all right, you might have a chance to do some of it. Give me the answer. You might have a chance to do some of your impressions. Let me hand out these. Lara, you pass them down, please. Thank you. So you can get them a pen, Marcus, huh? You can cross off when we do our thing. There's 4. Be banned. Watch, he's going to hand you some poop. You can cross off when we do you get the answer. Let's do it, Gary, let's do a sample. It's easier to do it this way than it is to.
All right.
Okay, the category is the Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
Take Beatles for 10.
Beatles for 10.
Liverpool.
Ding, 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 ding.
Gary Miles.
Where were the Beatles from?
Correct.
And I get 10. That's simple.
It is kind of like Karnak. Sage of the East. The scorecard was kept in a Funkin' Wagnall mayonnaise jar on Steve's back porch.
Since noon today.
That's right.
Weird.
How long does it take you to get an impersonation? I mean, I would imagine at this point you do so many, you must have some sort of system or... Depends. A person like yourself, maybe 50, 60 years. I'll try to never become famous. If you had a list or a twist, it would be much easier. If you sounded like Truman Capote, it'd be about 5 minutes. But somebody like Robert Redford, forget it. Yeah, there's got to be something you can latch on to, right? Exactly. Yeah. That's it, exactly. Because I try every once in a while, I'm sort of an amateur impressionist, and I mean, God, I'm still trying to get Jimmy Carter, and it's too late now, so... I thought maybe... That's right. You're going to kill him. Yeah. But there might be some shortcut you can turn it on to. Jimmy? Wish I was an only child. Might have made things better. That's right. Sure. Okay, so do you want to try playing? Do we want to... I mean, we don't have to play right this second. I don't know how much time you have. You have a plane to catch? And Willie, what time's it? No, I'm fine. We can play it. Let's do it. Get it over with. Yeah. Well, look, that's exactly the kind of attitude that we don't need here. Well, I'm sorry. Sing, Dennis. Okay. Don't get paid for it either. So do you understand? There's four categories. 5 questions in each, and you have to ask them in order. And I give you the answer, you give me the question. And one does plug your album, so
You're gonna
you
give
set
me
up
the
to play. I give the answer, then you guys give the question, and you buzz. You go like or ding 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 or whatever you want to signify that you have the.
I'll do John Wayne, Jimmy Stewart, but I don't do buzzers.
Have Waylon or Willie do that.
See Foster Brooks and Belch.
That's fine too. Any noise. Okay, ready to play?
I think
I
so.
worked on my Don Pardo last night.
Do you still have the music ready?
It's kind of hard to do impressions in front of Rich Little, though, you know.
Well,
You don't do Don Pardo, do you?
No.
Good. Neither do I. Ready? Everybody ready? The contestants are entering the studio for Jeopardy! First, a wacky sidekick from Chicago. Second, a simulcasted disc jockey from Chicago. And music. Or last but not least, Mr. Rich Little. Shut up. This is the first time I've ever hosted. I can tell. Yeah. Well, I'm a slow learner, but when I get it, it's going to be good. Okay, go ahead and pull back the curtain. Oh, yeah, that's right. And they're all here to play.
what are we here for?
Jeopardy! And now here's the hosted star of Jeopardy, Art Fleming! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Don Pardo. Thank you, studio audience. Thank you, my friends at home. Welcome to another edition of Jeopardy. Let's take a look. Our contestants today, Mr. Gary Meyer.
Hi.
Larry Lujack.
This is really embarrassing. Art.
Why?
Oh, it just is. Larry's never been on television before.
I'm trying my best, man.
I have one question before we start.
What?
Do you get, if say I go ding 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 first,
Oh, you don't know. That's what. Am I embarrassing or are you embarrassed? That's what I want to know.
do I get penalized if I go ding 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 first and then it turns out that I don't know
Right,
the answer
you lose-
after all?
you lose points.
You lose that many points that, oh, okay.
Right. Yeah. And Rich Little. Hello. Hi, Rich.
So nice to be here.
It is,
Talk
isn't
in
it?
my own voice.
Yeah.
I didn't know I could do myself.
Now,
It's a
Joe,
great day.
so that's the curtain where the curtain's going. Reveal the board.
Do you do Doc Severinsen?
That's none of your business.
Oh.
Okay,
Here's some of the prizes. You'll win a great show.
It's really rude to do that with an impressionist. Sit here all day. You do.
I just want
You do,
to...
Mayor Daley. You do.
I get that all day long. You do, you do, you do. It's a strange cat.
Okay, the categories are actors and their roles, first impressions, square business, and the hills of Beverly. I think since we don't have a defending champion anymore because I'm the host, I think Rich should start because he's our guest. So, Rich,
I can start with any one of these categories?
Yeah. They're all pretty easy, Rich, so...
I know. Jimmy Stewart. No.
Oh, doesn't he get...
for 10.
Doesn't he get penalized for that?
No, be quiet. First impressions for 10. Okay. This impressionist played the Riddler on Batman series.
Ding 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 ding.
Larry Lujack.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Who was?
Hurry, please.
Oh,
Time's up.
who?
Did you ding?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't call your name yet. I'm running a stricter game than Jim did. Let me hear you ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
Gary Meyer.
Who is Frank Gorshin?
That's correct.
10 points.
First impressions for 20, Art.
And the answer is, his first family album was thought okay by JFK.
Ding, ding, ding,
Gary Meyer. Close. Pretty close, Rich.
Lower your trunk.
Gary Meyer.
ding. Who is Vaughn Meter?
That's correct. Gary Meyer now with a
Commanding lead.
30 points.
Do you do Carol Burnett, Rich? I'm just.
That's none of your business.
The first impressions for 30.
She's married. She's married. What?
First impressions for 30.
Okay. You'll like this one. American. I got it. Yes, Rich Little.
Ronald Reagan.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rich.
Does he get penalized for
Yes,
that?
he does.
Yeah, minus 30.
Well,
Do you do?
thought I was faster than that.
Do you do Topo Gigio?
No.
We have our own
Bonzo Haig.
America's premier impressionist. His new album is titled "The First Family Rides Again."
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
Rich
Larry.
Little. I got 30 points.
Question, please.
Oh, who is Rich Little?
Rich Little what?
Okay.
Larry, you are our last correct questioner. Please select.
Actors in their roles for 50. I'm going for the lead here.
We have to do it in order.
Oh, 10. I don't know how to play this game. Okay. Actors in the roles for 10, please. Art.
This actor is currently starring in Bonzo Goes to Washington. Larry.
Ronald Reagan. Who is Ronald Reagan?
That's correct.
Okay. Am I in the lead?
Yes, Larry, 40, Gary, 30, Rich, minus 30. Come on,
Actors-
Rich, get into positive Jeopardy.
Come on.
Actors in their roles for 20, please, Art.
This Yankee Doodle is currently starring in
James
Ragtime.
Cagney. Oh.
That's all right. Rich Little.
James Cagney.
Question,
No, who is
please.
James Cagney?
That's correct.
Where's my palm tree?
Okay, minus 10 now. You're up to minus 10. And as our last correct questioner, please select and continue.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh, the hills of Beverly.
Okay.
Or 20.
There's a lot of crossing out going on
Yes.
up here. Okay. for 10.
Wait a minute, I'm
10.
still cheating.
For 10. He got clean through the 6th grade.
Ding, 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 ding.
Gary Meyer.
Who is Jethro?
That's correct. Gary
Hills
lives
of
now tied at 40.
Beverly for 20.
The Clampetts' rather unusual name for their swimming pool.
Ding, 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 ding.
What? Yeah, Gary. I think I've played so.
What is
Yeah, Gary Meyer.
the cement pond?
That's correct. Gary was 60. Please
The Hills
continue.
of Beverly for 30.
Very hot. You're on a very hot thing here in this category. First name of sleazy banker Mr. Drysdale, who headed Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills. No, you're not playing, sir.
Whisper in my ear. This isn't television.
All right, gentlemen, please. Very easy. First name of sleazy banker Mr. Drysdale, who headed Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we don't have any Beverly Hillbillies fans here today.
There's an 18-minute gap.
What is Milburn? Milburn Drysdale.
Hills of Beverly for 40, Art.
Granny's misleading name for her homemade moonshine. You three should...
Ding, 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 ding.
Gary Meyer.
What is rheumatism medicine?
We'll accept that. What is rheumatiz medicine?
All right.
Gary Meyer now in the lead at 90. Larry Lujak 40. Rich Little still in negative jeopardy.
Hills of Beverly for 50, Art.
Okay. Completing the category. Aided by Please, let's have quiet. This is serious, okay? Aided by handy pot passers, the Clamperts often ate here.
Ding, 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 ding. What is the pool table, Art? Lay 50 on me.
I will.
Thank you.
What's 90 and 50? 140.
Square business for 10, Art.
Oh, calm down, would you? Hold on a minute.
I'm on a roll.
Gary, please continue.
Square business for 10, Art.
He'll always be remembered as the center square.
Ding, ding, ding,
Call
ding,
it.
ding.
Oh, ding, 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 ding.
I want Rich to answer.
Yeah. Warm.
That was, who was Paul?
That's right.
You never did find out.
Back to zero. Did they have to scrap that Ore-Ida commercial because he died, or
No,
I don't want to be.
no, just postpone it.
Yeah, they're just gonna keep it off the air for a while.
As a matter of fact, I think they're going to, when we shot it, we did somebody else, and they're just going to put that in for a while. And I think it was Crosby, yeah.
Bing Crosby.
Yeah. Who's passed away
Yes,
himself.
that'll kind of work him up
Well,
to Paul
but the thing is that you just don't do somebody right after they pass away out of respect, and then later on it's all right again.
Okay.
Like yourself.
Who is Rich? As our last correct question, please continue.
We usually wait about 24 hours, Rich.
First Dave got.
We've got famous squares.
Yeah.
Well,
20.
seeing I'm on a roll, gang. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Square business.
Yeah, square business. I
For
forgot
30?
to change the name of the category. There's a lot of paperwork involved. This is very difficult. I'm going to need a secretary for this. For 20, right?
Well, yeah, 20 will do.
Yeah, we have to go in order.
Sure. Why not?
Makes for a big finish.
What do I care? Where am I going?
Yeah, really. They erroneously thought they were. They erroneously thought they were the Marx Brothers of the '70s.
Ding, 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 ding.
Gary Meyer.
Who are the Hudson brothers?
Who were would be more appropriate, but we'll accept that.
Square business for 30, Art.
Good guys to work with, Rich? Hudson Brothers?
Yeah, they are. No, very talented guys. Funny too.
Yeah. That's a shame. Okay, Gary. Yes, Gary.
Certainly is, Eagle.
Square business for 30.
Or depends where your hump is.
I watched that. Did you see that last night? Quasimodo last night? I was not impressed with the hump last night at all. And I was right about the eye. It wasn't misplaced and misshapen enough for me, for my taste. Anthony Hopkins played Quasimodo last night.
You didn't like it because of the hump in the eye?
Yeah, I didn't think they were misshapen enough. I don't know.
See. Okay, well, I get this down. Dig distortion.
30 for the squares?
Steve's a deformity groupie. Yeah, whatever you got there, Art.
This woman looks like a Q-tip
Ding, 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 ding. Who is Florence Henderson?
and loves greaseless fried chicken. That's correct. Who is Florence Henderson? Do you know?
Hey, he is getting these answers awfully fast.
Yeah.
Before
He knows how I think.
I don't know.
Shoot him now.
Gary Meyer at 190, Rich Little at 0.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Poor sport Larry Lujak. Larry's the poor sport Lujak at 40, complaining because he doesn't know these things.
I'm upset. But then you asked for it.
Gary, please continue.
Square business to what? Round out the category?
No, we have
Have a
square
40?
business to a 40.
Okay.
That's what you want?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is Ed Sullivan? I don't know these before he says them. Go ahead.
Former Dick Van Dyke Show star is well on her way to looking like Miss Lillian.
Oh, Ms. Lillian? Oh, Mary Tyler Moore with a wrinkled neck? Is that who is Mary Tyler Moore with a wrinkled neck?
Oh, Larry.
Ding, 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 ding.
You're back down to 0. Rich, did you ding in there originally?
No, actually,
I
think he beat me, so I shouldn't be penalized because I shouldn't have.
No, you were first. You're the predominant ding at first.
You want to crack at it?
Who is Mr. Lillian?
No.
What part she's playing?
No.
Well, I think my answer is correct. I mean, have you looked at Mary Tyler Moore's neck lately? It's wrinkled.
Gary, are we the only guys that get this?
Art, who is Rosemarie?
That's correct, Gary. Now you have 230.
Okay, let's round out this one.
0. But don't forget, we still have the Daily Double, guys, and the big final Jeopardy question.
Oh, well, let's just how I can win.
And the final Jeopardy category is Chinese food. So if you know a lot about Chinese food, you could win.
I know everything about the Chinese. I remember I got off the plane in China. I went over to Chairman Mao. I went to give him a big hug. And he said, please, Dickie, don't squeeze the Chairman.
Oh, Gary.
50, square business.
Oh, the Daily Double.
I want to wager all of it.
Good.
All of it?
Yeah. So maybe we can get back to a close game.
Very, very, it's a big bet.
Yeah.
Okay. The category, square business, the answer is, no longer living, he once did salvo commercials. Only Gary can answer this.
No longer living, he once did salvo
Be a
commercials.
much closer game than we thought.
Who is...
Hurry, please. 3 seconds.
Who is Salminio?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, there's a tie-in.
For 20.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole, and then the whole rest. Starting at 20 and 30 things. Yeah. You're,
20.
I think you're...
We should break for commercials, I think. We're
I think
running
we should finish.
kind of late. 20.
Okay.
When are we going to go on the air?
As soon as we get this right. Okay. I mean 30. Wait, what do you want? First impressions or actors in their roles?
First impressions for 20.
Well, an interview, isn't it?
Okay. His first family... no, 30. I guess we're done 30. Already done 20.
Rich thought he was going to get on the air and plug his album.
Hey, I had a thing in here about it. America's... No, we've already done 30. 40.
You're doing a great
Now, this
job
is, you
for
should
your
know this
first
one.
time.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of paperwork involved, Larry, and I've never been a paperwork guy. All this because Scum wouldn't give Jim O'Donnell $50 a time.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Okay, ready?
Oh, I think so.
The answer is, she likes Diet 7-Up. Ding, ling, 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 ling. Rich Little.
Who's Marilyn Michaels?
That's correct for 40. Rich Little now in the lead.
Oh, holy fucking fire! But I got a question right.
Rich, as
Alexander Haig.
as our last correct questioner, please continue and select. First impressions for 50 or actors in the roles?
First impressions for 50.
Canadian female impersonator. He once appeared on AM Chicago, dinged out of his brain.
Ding-a-ling-ling-ling-ling.
Rich Little.
What is this? Who is...
Hey, no coaching from the audience, please.
Who is Pierce? Can't think. Who is... Is it Charlie? No. Jim Bailey. Who is Jim Bailey?
That's correct. I gave him a little extra time, but it's because we haven't been plugging his album.
I didn't know he was Canadian. He doesn't say oot and hoos and a boot.
I know, but he's from Canada.
I'll be darned.
Rich down in the lead with 90. And one category left and only 3 questions, thank God. Oh, no, 4. No, 3. Whew. Yes, Rich, please continue. Actually, it has to be actors in the roles for 30.
And other roles for what, 50?
Mm-hmm.
30.
30. Mm-hmm.
Close.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to argue. This dolly is no relation to famous Chicago disc jockey Steve.
Ding, 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 ding. Who is Arlene Dahl?
No. Sorry.
Dolly.
Rich Little.
Carol Channing.
That's correct.
Oh, wonderful.
I was going
Oh,
to say that.
terrific. Oh, thank you so much. You have a diamond.
Rich Little now in the lead at 120. See, remember that I in this column, I put a lot of people that he can do impressions of.
Oh,
Keep that
okay.
in mind, you two.
Oh,
For 40 now. He starred in 1947 Capra classic, It's a Wonderful Life.
ding-a-ling-ling-ling-ling.
Rich Little.
That was Gary Cooper. No, not Jimmy
Jimmy Stewart is
Jimmy
correct.
Stewart, yeah.
Rich Little now with a commanding lead of 160. Larry at 0, Gary at minus 30. And the final question on the board. His African Queen, this is actors in their role.
Ding, 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 ding.
But wait a minute.
You let
Well, who
Meyer
went first?
Me. You let Meyer
He
do
might have
that.
been- he's more quiet, though. See, he's subdued with his bell.
It's up to you. It's up to you, Steve. But I know I was first, and I still think my Mary Tyler Moore answer.
Okay, Larry, if you're going to be a baby about it, go ahead.
No. It's. I can't do
Well,
impressions.
let me do the
so-
answer, though.
Yeah,
His African Queen wasn't black.
Larry.
Come on up.
Who's
Come
the
on.
voice?
Mr. Got Your Way. Come
I
on.
was going to say, who is Humphrey Bogart?
That's right.
All right.
Oh, you're good, sweetheart. You're awfully, awfully good.
Okay, that's for
Hit him
50.
with a fork.
So you got 50. Rich has 160. Gary, minus 30. But we still have... but it doesn't matter. Really.
No,
We still have one question left. But I say we just skip it and say that Rich won.
Hey, Steve, does your mother know what you do for a living?
My mother's an alcoholic. Okay.
She doesn't know what she does
She
most
doesn't
of
know
the
what she
time.
does for a living.
I'm trying to tell her, but she doesn't understand.
Oh, this was so exciting.
It didn't turn out exactly like I'd planned it, but
No, because I should have had all the answers.
no, it's not your fault necessarily.
We have to do
Maybe
Too bad you
what?
had other guys on here who were smarter than I am. You know, that really ruined it.
I tried to stack it in your favor. Just kidding, Larry. Really. Okay, well, let's, we better do our commercials then that you've been wanting to do.
I don't want to necessarily, but we have
Oh, it
to.
is kind of late, yeah.
Yeah. Joe, why don't you start with that first group from last hour and work our way toward 320?
Yeah, see if you can tell us when you see some light, okay, Joe?
Right.
Yeah.
Don't take too long.
Well,
We have to catch
FM.
the plane, the plane.
WLS FM 95, it's 326.
Since travel will be hazardous, tonight clearing colder chance of lingering snow flurries this evening, and a low of 10 to 20 below in outlying areas to 10 below near the
I don't know
lake.
why Rich is in such a hurry to leave. We're having...
This is our super weather time. Yeah.
I'm still thinking about lingering snow.
Partly sunny, cold tomorrow, high 10. 14 at O'Hare right now, 20 fecal grease ball degrees at the lakefront. Thank you, Rich. We're going to edit that, and it'll be on, what, tomorrow, Steve?
Yeah. We'll try and get it on before the end of the show.
Right, we're going to run it at a slower speed just so we can take up more time, I think.
Rich, level.
Anyway, guys, it's been a terrific thrill for me, I tell you. No, it's what are you talking about?
It's Willie Nelson back there.
Bubble that.
Who's Stones.
He wants a
No good
trailer
time when he sees it.
He's looking for a trailer
He
hitch.
wants to get back in the ball.
I don't mean to hook something up on either.
Larry, you had a question?
Rich,
Larry, wake him up. Larry,
are you
yes, I
wondering?
have, and it's going very well, and it's selling well. It's available in your record stores.
Are you wondering what fecal grease balls are?
Oh, I let that go. I'm still working on lingering snow. What do I know?
Do you know why snow flurries are tapered at the end?
No, why are snow flurries tapered at the end?
So the clouds won't slam shut. Okay, there's another guy that doesn't get that one. Okay. Rich, we have an interesting kind of concept that we work from,
Yes? Try and read my lips. Is that what you're saying?
Hey, Rich, do you do K9 Quinlan as good
Yeah,
as Steve?
I do the best Quinlan. I think I do the best Quinlan. We have an interesting concept that, this show is based on an interesting concept. A lot of jokes that nobody gets. And it's really catching on back here. So look for us.
I will.
Yeah, we'll be out in Vegas soon as busboys. lighting hotels on fire. I was involved in a homosexual relationship, and a cigarette fell off the bed and lit the curtains on fire, and that's what happened. Okay, fine. Thank you, Manuel. We'll get back to you. Thanks, Rich Little. The album is The First Family Rides Again.
And buns.
The First Family Rides Again is the name of the album. And you're off to La La Land? Back to La La Land?
We're off to Atlanta, and then up to New York, then Chicago, and then
Washington.
He doesn't even know where you are.
But I tell you, it was a thrill this afternoon. It was a toss between this and watching buses pull out. So I'm glad we chose the buses. But about this game here,
Well, you won.
Jeopardy.
But,
Well,
yeah.
you know, what the heck.
Yeah, well,
Well, Steve, I heard a lot about you, and I just want to
none of it's true. Yeah.
absolutely true. All of it. You have a loose style.
Yeah, well, see, like I said, I've never hosted before, and it might have been too overwhelming for me.
That. Listen, do you do famous Amos? Steve does a good famous Amos.
I heard Stevie's impression himself. Some of the silent stars. Mary Pickford on a hot stove.
In a bucket, yeah, it's a go.
Yeah, Raymond Navarro.
All those good ones.
I do all those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, thanks for coming.
We
We
have a
appreciate it.
cleaning to get, Bob.
Okay, well, thanks again, Rich Little. WLS FM 95, it's, thank you, Larry.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Larry.
Wake up.
I think you're the one that ruined it, because you're like half asleep all the time, and no one's
Hey, I like
excited.
Larry on the show. Don't pick on him.
Larry, do you do the Gavin McLeod? Let me hear your Gavin McLeod. I haven't heard of him.
Goldfish.
I lost enthusiasm. I lost enthusiasm when my answer on Mary Tyler Moore was declared incorrect, and I still think it's right.
Last night he
No,
didn't
because
break
we're
him.
doing
Dean
Hollywood
Martin.
Square stuff.
Don't Dean Martin last night, they had to carry him home.
Oh, I get it. Oh, you were doing Hollywood Square.
Rosemary.
Right. I'm leaving, so you'll have to fill up the remainder 3 hours alone.
Yeah. Well, we're going to analyze the game for a few, Rich. Go back over it, maybe do some instant replays. You know, highlights, things like that. Sure, see you later. Well, play the closing music. Pass that one song up. No, we won't.
Give us 10 minutes before you put it on, though.
We've got to vet some hostilities, okay? Do you mind? Okay, now, Larry, tell me, did I do that bad of a job of hosting or what? I mean, was it that bad? Was it me? You know, I had 2 days with the questions. I tried to do it right.
I'll tell you what went wrong, Steve.
Just between me.
This between you and me was all those people in here. I think it's
A lot
completely
of-
off. A lot of people.
Yeah. Where did I do a bad job of hosting?
Stop, we can't hear. That's
no, I don't talk behind people. He doesn't talk behind people's back if they're nearby.
No,
before we get to the time, maybe we can do at least 5 minutes of the.
I feel that it was me. I feel that it
No,
was
it
me,
was
and it was definitely a
not.
hosting job.
It was
I'm to work in Vegas if you keep this up.
doing some sort of Grecian
You
formula
want to be
number.
the chorus line on the Follies Brazier or Brazier or whatever the hell it is?
We're here to broadcast the truth, no matter whom it hurts. The guy does a lousy Bobo, and he's touching up his hair, and he's not funny, and he's not cooperative, and he was very selfish, and that ruined the show, Steve. It wasn't your fault. I don't want you thinking...
Yeah, I mean, you know, I even had my gun. The contestants are entering the studio for Jeopardy!
I don't think that was Rich Little. I think that was Jim O'Donnell. And he somehow had makeup put on to come up
Yeah,
here.
he's mad at us, but see, I can't get him $50 a show. And I can't really right now afford to pay for it myself.
We've got one parasite sitting over here, and I mean, we can only handle
But
one.
now maybe now they'll give us some money. That might be nice, huh?
No, or cancel Jeopardy altogether.
Well, I say we blame it on Marcus.
Yeah. Marcus? Okay, thank you.
Damn, Steve.
I'll take the blame, Steve.
343 WLS. Thank you, Larry.
Yeah.
WLS. That's 95.
So that wasn't a good Bob Hope at all.